What's up, Waltham High? I'm Frenchie, a second creator for Hawks Eye View. When you look for the latest playback on the games, so what's in the Hawks Nest, we're on the scene. When we're not catching live feed, we're in the control studio editing our weekly newscast. We put in work day in and day out, putting cool projects together for you guys, and we appreciate if you take a look on our channel. For more fun segments, check out WeTV Waltham on YouTube. I'm Frenchie. See you next time on Hawks Eye View.
Welcome back to Hawks Eye View. I'm Ryan Landry.
And I'm Daniel Burke. Today we have a great episode for you guys.
This week we're diving into all of the events going around Waltham High as a whole.
Let's get right into it. We have Kara and Jalen talking to the GSA Club right here at Waltham High.
Take it away.
Today we had the chance to catch up with the Waltham GSA.
Keep on watching to learn more about what the club has to offer.
So GSA stands for the Gender and Sexuality Alliance. This is an acronym that's been changed. It used to be called the Gay and Straight Alliance, and it was changed nationwide to make the club more accepting of all different types of gender and sexuality identities. So we just made it more inclusive, and I think it's an excellent positive change. We meet every other Tuesday in room 146, and we're planning on keeping that schedule. Things kind of might change a little bit, but that's the goal for now.
People should consider joining if they want to join with other students to work on improving our school and our
Culture.
So
I know the club in past years has done some work, and one of the outcomes of that was the creation of the gender-neutral bathroom, which is a really important. It's kind of a small thing to some of us, but to those of the people that want to use it, it's really important that they have that space, that they can be comfortable just doing something as basic as going to the bathroom without having to worry about it. We will also be doing events for the Day of Silence and other sort of LGBTQ holidays, if you want to call them that. Also, just like I said, doing kind of some things in the club that we're hoping to get other people in the school who might not think that they wanted to join, but we're hoping that by making it fun and exciting, that we'll get a large kind of group that will come and join.
work to improve.
And it's a great safe space where you can just be free to say whatever's on your mind and know that people aren't going to judge you for those thoughts.
And the sense of community can be very helpful for people who have often felt alone.
You should just come. Come check it out, see what we do. We're going to be doing a lot of awesome events this year, both within the club and then also reaching out and doing larger outreach with the school and the community.
Why should people consider joining the GSA at Waltham High?
I mean, it's just a place to freely speak your mind and meet new people. It's a safe place to just be. Well, I know that we've already gotten a few straight people who think oh, I want to know more about the LGBTQ plus people. I think that you should definitely join. It's really fun. Everyone there is nice. We need more members.
Thanks for watching.
Make sure to contact one of the GSA leaders if you're interested in learning more.
Thanks, Kara and Jalen, and great job.
Remember, GSA Club meets on Tuesdays in room 146.
Okay, up next we have Mikey and Derek giving us more information of the WeTV Instagram page.
Let's take a look.
No way.
What?
I'm on the new Waltham WeTV Instagram account.
Oh, no way, the one that we run?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
We obviously know about it, but does Waltham High?
I don't know. Let's see.
So different ways students can view our content that we do, or some of the products that we promote, that we broadcast here, our newscast, as well as our weekly sports radio talk shows, we like to call it. It's called Real Hawk. Derek Mullane's a producer of it. Derek, along with Mike Skippy, they both operate our Instagram accounts. They post usually weekly, sometimes, a couple days a week, they'll post updates on, an episode that's been posted on YouTube. And it's a great way to just get up to the minute information on our shows that we put out to the public. And as time goes on, we're going to be putting out more shows and more events and games we'll be covering. So it'll be a good way for folks to see, what we do here and enjoy it.
Yeah, I've actually been following it since it first came out, so I've been
there for a while now. You should go give it a follow.
Yeah, of course I know about the account, cool account, being a TV student. If you don't know about it, go give it a look now.
I have heard about it. I do not follow it. I was looking to check it out and see what it's all about.
I like that I can see like the recent posts on the YouTube channel. It notifies me when like the TV class comes out with new stuff, so it's good to know.
What I like about it, I think it's just a cool way to just get the word out there that some of the new stuff that we're putting out, it's kind of hard for students to come on, check out what we're doing on YouTube, so it's just a good reminder that some stuff is out.
It sounds like a really good way to just get the word out about what we're doing here in the TV program. It's a way to inform people. It's very informative. Just let people know about different side projects that we're doing or newscasts. Yeah, I'm definitely going to start following it.
Thanks, guys. If you're not following it, you should.
At waltham.wetv. Follow it now.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Good job, guys.
All the posts on the WeTV page are projects coming soon, like this one.
Go follow at waltham.wetv.
But in other news, we have Will and Raph doing a segment on the new equity team. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, guys. This week we decided to check out the equity team led by Mr. Mayberry. Let's go check it out.
Well, the equity team is teachers and staff members in the building who get together to try to make things equal throughout the school for everybody. And one of the things that we like to do is to talk about such things as the way in which people are treated, and I think that's important for everybody. And all you have to do is want to be part of it, and you can become a member. We meet, there's a couple different groups. The whole equity team meets once a month. The first Thursday of every month we meet in Mr. Gavin's room. Right now, we formed last year, so we started last year with a few things such as the hiring process for the teachers, and we also have talked about social injustice, and that's really big right now with people deciding to kneel for the national anthem and not kneel, and just having conversations about things such as race and ethnicity. We meet once a month as a whole, and then we have subgroups that meet maybe every couple of weeks or so.
So I joined the equity team late last year. Mr. Gavin invited me to join the equity team, which was awesome. We meet once a month. We have conversations regarding things going on at the school, how we can make the school a little bit better and a little bit, more equitable for everybody, faculty and students. So my part of the team, I'm part of the committee talking about school culture and school climate. We have meetings, like I said, once a month, really good discussions and conversations. I enjoyed it a lot. I think we're talking about some pretty important topics. We're starting a conversation, having discussions that can really make the school a better place for all students and be more inclusive for all students. And I think that's really important. So it's a group of people that are in the high school or that work in the high school that are committed and dedicated to making it a better place for everybody. I would say I chose the school culture and climate group when Mr. Mayberry first sent out what group we'd be most interested in, because I think that's what I'm most passionate about, and what I'm most interested in is the school culture and climate and how we can make changes there to make the school a better place, like I said, for all students. So those are the discussions that I really like having, and we've had some really good ones. Our focus group on school culture, we've come up with some really good questions, some really good discussion points to how we can make it, like I said, a better place and a more equitable place for everybody in the school.
The equity team looks really great. I think I might join it.
Me too. Back you guys at the studio.
Great job, guys.
If you're interested in the equity team, find Mr. Mayberry and talk to him about it.
Last but not least, we have Pat doing a special segment on teacher appreciation.
Let's check it out.
Teachers have some of the most underrated jobs out there. They have effects on our everyday life and even our future. Today I'm going to go around and ask teachers what motivates them to do what they do. Let's get to it.
Well, I've been teaching about 2.5 years. I started teaching February of 2016. It was about 2 months after I graduated with my master's degree. I've been at Waltham the whole time.
This is my 6th year teaching.
This is my 13th year teaching.
Did you always want to be a teacher?
I have not always wanted to be a teacher. I originally wanted to be a forensic scientist. That's why I went to Worcester Polytechnic Institute for the research aspect. And then I figured out, I don't like being alone in a lab all day. I like being able to talk to people. And when I was in college, I taught color guard. So that's the spinning flags and rifles part of marching band at my high school. So I was teaching high school students. So between that teaching and knowing I loved science, I've always wanted to do something with biology. Then teaching was just the perfect fit between the working with students and the biology stuff.
I always liked my teachers in school, but I didn't know that I wanted to be a teacher. When I was in college, I was a history major, and so I knew I really liked history. And then after I moved to New York City and I had a job in public relations, and I did that for a couple years, but I found I didn't really like sitting in front of a computer screen for most of the day, and that I missed like studying history and that kind of stuff. And so that's why I decided to go back to grad school for teaching. And I realized that I owed a lot to my own high school history teachers that helped me to like become a good writer and like gain a lot of skills that helped me in college and afterwards.
I didn't realize it until about halfway through college, but once I realized that, it was very obvious to me.
What inspired you to become a teacher?
I've always liked helping people. I've always enjoyed the moments when people understand what you're saying and understand ideas, and I always love explaining ideas to people. And so the helping people part, like helping students specifically, because obviously they're who I work with, helping students figure out whether it's why does a cell do something, what happens when you do this to a cell, or my friends are making me upset, what can I do to solve the situation. So not just academic stuff, I like helping everyone in all aspects of life. So it just works out really well to be a teacher, between the content and helping people.
I think a lot of it was several teachers that I had in high school that were like really well qualified and really smart people that I felt like I appreciated that they were there teaching me. And I had a couple that were very hard on like grading and on writing that like pushed me a lot harder, so that by the time I got to college, it was not easy, but I felt like I was prepared for everything ahead of me. And I had some other friends that maybe went to like fancier schools than I did, but didn't have the same preparation for what was there. And so I appreciated teachers I had in public school.
One of my friends suggested I take a class in college that was an education class, and I really enjoyed it and made me think about things that I'd done in the past that were related to teaching. So got me interested in it as a career, and that's what I pursued.
What do you like most about teaching?
The day goes by very quickly, especially like in classes and stuff. It's always like there's not enough time, but it's also it can be really like fun sometimes. Like you can have fun with it. It doesn't have to be serious. And I feel like students are a big like plus in terms of teaching. Like you have all these people that you get to know, and it's a large community. The other teachers here are great, and so it's been there's a lot of things in terms of the lifestyle and how like active it is, where you're always doing something and you're not like feeling like you're tied to anything.
Susie on the track.
I like when students have the aha moment when they finally realize something or make connections, either to the real world or things that we're doing in class, and all of a sudden, after a long struggle, it just makes sense.
It sounds really cheesy, but it's like 100% true. The coming in and helping my students every day is what really motivates me. Like there's always papers to grade, there's always paperwork to do, and that's never any fun. It's the actual teaching part that's a lot of fun, and helping students figure things out. Not telling them the answers, but helping them figure it out is a lot of fun, and it's what I really like about teaching.
I feel a large responsibility in terms of what I'm able to do to make sure that students are getting the most out of every day. Like obviously you have to be reasonable, you have to realize what's going on in everybody's lives and not demand too much of them. But I I kind of feel like a natural obligation. It's like I need to do the best job because these kids are in the room, and if I'm not doing what I can, then I'm letting them down in some way. They're not growing in the way that they could, and that could be my fault.
I like to feel that what I'm doing helps kids to figure out what they're going to do and to become more successful, in their adventures. Like, you need to be able to pursue your dreams, but you need to have some skills, some life skills, and some ability to advocate for yourself and know how to pursue what you want to do. So
that's a really hard question. Because being a teacher, I get to help everyone, and I get to actually explain the biology and explain the awesome science. But as a student, you get to learn all the awesome science in the first place. So both are really awesome at this point in my life, since I've made it through so many years of school, because like high school, bachelor's degree, master's degree. I'd say I like being the teacher more because I feel like I've done so much to prepare for it. It's like, that's my role. But being a student is also pretty excellent because you get to see all these new things and learn these new things. But in the end, being a teacher is what I like better.
I saw this question and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I don't really know. I'm more responsible as a teacher than I was as a student. Like, I always did my homework, but I feel like that was part of why I didn't think I would be a teacher when I was in high school, is that, like, I don't know, I feel like you learn a lot about your study habits and procrastinating, and I think there's actually a lot of similarities between being a teacher and being a student. Like, when I give you guys homework and you're like, oh, like this, you're adding this to us, it's giving me more work too, and I can sometimes procrastinate that as well. So I feel like actually there ends up being a lot of similarities at the end of the day. But I like being a teacher because of the relationships you get to build with students. Like, as a student, you get to make friends, but it's nice having other teachers and students.
I like being a teacher a lot more, yeah.
That was awesome. It makes me realize that we can't take teachers for granted. Thanks to all the teachers that participated today. Back to you guys in the studio.
And that's it for this week's episode. Tune in next week for more information.
And see you next time on
Hawks Eye View.
That was in unison too.
Yeah.